with the next step? Talk now. I'm tired.
Is enough for the wise, but I would just say this. As long as we take ownership of this case and do what we need to do, victory is certain. But let's not use our hands to spoil this case. And when I say us, I'm saying us, legal team, all of us together. So even if I need to shout 10 times, I will keep shouting. I will keep talking. Kamsoven, you will keep talking until one day they will do the needful. They must and will do the needful. That's all I would say. It is important, it is extremely important that we take this case from a professional angle and we address it as such.
I don't see it's good after.
You're getting my point. Which is not inside the house, which is not at the club that he went to that night. Then, at which point was that thing? I don't know if you are getting my point. So if we are able to ascertain, okay, he branched to this also beer parlor, or with this also friend, with this also time, then call for those friends to come and see what they have.
Information out there. This is our logic, and this is what we are going to do. So go and tell them so that we can be able to know how they are going to get angry or how they are going to show their grievances, so that we can be able to know what to do next. So they have already get all those things on ground. Let's say the body has been decomposed, so it cannot be carried out. So that is it. And at the end of the day, in contemporary when you're just saying, no, because you show Mohbad, intact, on launch every day. Is it not out? Is it not the same thing now? So So, and this is the second thing that has happened in Lagos State during the regime of this man, Sanwo-Olu. What offenses? Nothing is done. Have you ever get justice? No. And this is the second one, the death of Mohbad. He would have even used this one to to replenish or to re-image of his career. Like, okay, let me give these people this justice, what they want about this Mohbad, so that they can be able to forget what has happened 2020 about what is it called? NSAS. Let me give these people the use. Let me give them justice. But no. So they know all these kind of things. And so all people were even coming and so there is still some powerful people on this case. And I will tell everybody for free concerning about this case, concerning about even though the paternity of Liam. Is it only the Oba in Nigeria or in Lagos? Why is he only the one everybody is making mention? If you don't have hands in it, wọ́n ṣe kọ́ bá Òkè-Òròdú síbẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe kọ́ bá Ilé-Ifẹ̀ síbẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe kọ́ ti Ajégúnmọ́ síbẹ̀, wọ́n ṣe kọ́ ti Oǹdó Ọ̀yọ́ Ọ̀fẹ́ kìíní, wọ́n ṣe kọ́ wọ́n síbẹ̀. No. So, and what I will try to tell our people, and also Nigerian youth and Gen Z nowadays, as I quote yesterday and as I said, Nigeria that be jungle. So the lion want to get instead for you people to support the fighting all those people, they have the power, but they use you people against each other. This is what everybody must learn in this justice for Mohbad. Everybody must learn about death of Mohbad, because this is a very simple case, but they manipulate everything. And even though the people that are even fighting, they continue to pick them up because of what? Because they know what they want him on. Because if they push out the narrative outside there, and these people, they want TikTok, the platform. If they put out this narrative, don't the what is it called? The death of Mohbad is inconclusive. Everybody will fight. Everywhere we escalate. So what can we do? Pick one followers, pick, but let them keep them inside so that we can be able to push out this result. Everywhere we become.
And they did it.
And they did it. So they know already. They know the game. It's other people that don't even know. You understand me? So I think may God bless every one of us. Don't let us relent. Am I, they can't see me? Let us keep on pushing. We will get there. But it might take a long. I said it. But I got better. Not even over a year. And what I say why they have already even been coming out to sell everything from their mouth. If people Karimo father Karimo knows what to sell it. and one more to say, and one telling got about DJ and one they will still fight. Why in a jar? So they just play the not about twice around because the reason is in control of Mabu One do ye to much one the time of settlement and the problem will comes out. And it will cause a lot of problem, and that is why the truth of the issue comes out. This can never be buried. So may God bless all of us. I rest my case for now.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sherry ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn Nigerian youth mo máa ń sọ mo ti ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yín láti àtìgbà mo ti wà 200 level ní university mo ní àti ready everybody bá ti ready we already know our solutions we know àwọn tó ń ṣe wá tá bá ti ready àmà hold wọn ransom àti ready because sharing issue Mohbad yìí with the little knowledge tèmi Mohbad àwọn kan dídì mọ̀ like they know clear about everything that happened but the fact that tí bá lọ sọ̀rọ̀ tí government bá lọ ṣe bí eléyìí tó bá lọ ṣe bí eléyìí tó bá lọ ṣe bí eléyìí orí nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sì wà lélẹ̀ báyìí then irú bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn báyìí mo kàn ń ṣe example ni o ká ní pé èmi ni mo jẹ́ èèyàn kan tẹ́ pé ó gara ní àárín group wá ń sìn ká wá ṣe mítì pé a máa lọ ṣe bí eléyìí ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tó kù ẹ lè máa wò pé this person ó ti ń gbá front at the end of the day akọ̀ǹdọ̀la ẹ kàn rí pé èmi tí mò ń gbá front mo tẹ̀ gbá back mo ti ń gbá nǹkan tó tún ju báàkì lọ ibẹ̀ làwọn èèyàn àti wábẹ̀ sí ní máa withdraw pé àìwà èèyàn tó sọ pé ká ló máa ṣe nǹkan bí eléyìí báyìí. ẹ rí i pé ìgbà kan wà sí ẹ pé kíní yẹn hot àwọn tó gbé kíní yẹn lórí ó kàn di some certain time I was so surprised everybody dey change voice. In fact gan àwọn kan tó lọ support ìyàwó ẹ̀.
But who change voice now so what you don't see? Sikiru, what are you saying? We don't understand you.
Serious. There is this kí ni wọ́n porúkọ lady yìí ṣé Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àbí kíní kan this actress nígbà yẹn ẹ rí bó ṣe gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lórí wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ni main actor nínú distraction dáadáa ń jà yìí. She's never with Mohbad. She is in the picture so that gbogbo àwọn tó súnmọ́ Ìyábọ̀ tó wà nínú kéèsì yìí kọ́ máa lè hold wọn ransom. I can even tell you that possible pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí ọlọ́pàá fi ka kíní yẹn jáde ẹ bá rántí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó máa ń parọ́ polisi ìṣọ̀ngbà yẹn ó máa ń parọ́ bẹ̀yẹn ni ó máa ní òun lọ rí kíní kan kìnìkan òun lọ bá wọn ṣe meeting òun náà ṣe bá wọn lọ ṣàwo títí wọ́n fi rí di rubbish jáde tẹ́ ẹ bá wo body language Ìyábọ̀ nígbà tó wọn àti tó ń bá Daddy Freeze sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyá yẹn ti go far. Body language Ìyábọ̀ when she went to see when they did a Zoom meeting with Freeze Daddy Freeze you realize that ó ti go far ó ti make àwọn plans wọ̀nyẹn ó ti kọ àwọn script wọ̀nyẹn. She was laughing that in fact when she talked to the Baba, the man was just talking, and the lady too, she explained her own. Daddy Freeze, it's funny. The lady said he should go and do DNA with his son.
Yinka, so can I buttress your point? And you know that Ìyábọ̀ Òjó husband, Degberin, Ìyábọ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀, ṣe mọ̀ pé ó mú Mohbad náà lọ fún sí UK fún show and all that. So probably they were owing that guy, they were owing Mohbad. So tó bá support him missing, they will not be able to pay that money. Gbogbo yẹn ní ṣí oríire.
Sikiru, we are saying this thing for you to understand because when you came here to speak earlier, I feel like you don't have details, you don't know what's on ground. That's why you are just flipping like this. You want to remove the wife. She is the major person.
No. Mr. Pomo fẹ́ remove wife. Get. Mr. Pomo fẹ́ remove wife. Mo sọ area. Mo ní tó bá ní kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní number one suspect. Mo ní but pé ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Naira Marley yẹn ló wá lọ ń confuse mi pé àbí guy too. Mo mọ̀ nǹkan tí àwọn ọkùnrin lè ṣe. Get báyìí. Okay sìn kí sọ scenario yìí fún yín. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan ti fẹ́ jọ bí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad or no Mohbad. ní ọ̀wọ̀ ẹ bá mọ ọ̀wọ̀ lóńdó state ẹ bá mọ ọ̀wọ̀ they are very conversant with this cultism or no cultism issue. Okay, ìsìn báyìí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí pẹ̀lú girlfriend ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣẹ̀jọ wà mí mọ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gẹ́ yẹn lóyún. So èèyàn mọ̀ bóyá bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ló lóyún àbí kì í ṣe bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ló lóyún ìyá ṣẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tó wá máa mú bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn àwọn tó ń fèsì bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ọ̀tọ̀. So ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ wá pa bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó ṣẹ̀ wá ṣe gbogbo stores wọ̀nyẹn tó ń daṣẹ̀ wá rí pé nǹkan tó ń jù yẹn torí girl yẹn ni o gba girlfriend mi o gba girlfriend o fún sísí mi lóyún o fún sísí mi lóyún bọ́ ìyàn tètè mọ̀ bọ̀ yóò kàn bìlí pé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ you dey do course àbí you no do frat so ìgbà tó ti wá pa bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn lọ bí 2 months na àwọn èèyàn ṣe wá wò pé ọ̀rọ̀ girlfriend gan ló tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ dìjà pé o lọ fún sísí mi lóyún o ẹgẹ́tì àwọn stores wọ̀nyẹn so nǹkan tó really ń confuse èmi nìyẹn pé àbí but èmi mọ̀ pé tó bá ní kó ń sọ̀rọ̀ àbáwò ni ọkọ àṣekú tí kí ilẹ̀ tó mọ́ tóun àtìyàwó ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣubì kan mọ́jú. ṣé mo ń gbọ́ yín sà.
wọ́n gang up pa ọmọ yẹn sínú ilé ni.
nǹkan tí wọ́n
pa ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wẹ̀ mọ́.
ọ̀rọ̀ dàgírì ni pé kò yọ ọmọdé lẹ̀ kò yọ àgbà ńlẹ̀ kò yọ ọkùnrin lẹ̀ kò yọ obìnrin lẹ̀ èmi kàn ń gbé láti áńgù tàwọn Naira Marley wá yẹn ni èmi fi ń gbé.
ìyàwó gangan fúnra ẹ ti ń búlì ọkọ kọ́kọ́ tó kú.
last week gan mo ṣe gbọ́ yẹn ní ẹrun very dark man mo gbọ́ kí nìyẹn.
ìyàwó gangan fúnra rẹ̀ ti ń búlì Mohbad kí Mohbad tó kú.
ìwà àti pé Ọlọ́run tú àṣírí wọn. ṣé rí ìgbà tó fi dàgírì tẹ́rí yẹn ó bọ́sù kò yẹ kó jo táyà kó jo bírèkì dàgírì táà sọ pé bóyá oṣù bírèkì.
a lè sọ wọ́n lè sáré mu kúrò náà.
àdúgbò pọ̀ tẹ̀ fi mọ́tò gbà Mohbad ọba tún purọ́ mọ́ accident Ọlọ́run tó fẹ́ tún wọn láṣìírí ni ò jẹ́ kó ronú mọ́tò pé bóyá kó lọ jo bírèkì fúlùdù mọ́tò so wọ́n mọ bọ́ ṣe ń pa àwọn ọmọ olóko yẹn olórí burúkú ni wọ́n gbogbo wọn ò ní sóríire tọmọtọmọ ló máa jìyà wọ́n mọ tó ń ṣe wọ́n ti ń pa wọ́n tipẹ́tipẹ́ tó ti fún wọn bọrí bọ̀ lọ́tẹ̀ yìí ìbọrí wọn ò ní gbà mọ́ àwọn gangan ló máa fi ra wọn bọrí gbẹ̀yìn ní ìsìn irin máa gbàrí wọn lágbára Ọlọ́run.
àmì àṣẹ wọ.
Brother Samson.
Yes.
Baby.
kí la wí àmọ́ normally ibi tó bá ti sọ nǹkan tó lọ tó mú nǹkan lọ síwájú wa mo gbọ́dọ̀ wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ báwo ló ti máa fà àwọn èèyàn rúbọ tá máa wòran ó ti pọ̀ jù iṣẹ́ rí gbàdọ́ padà green gbogbo wa fi pé bóyá oṣù ògùn owó ni torí pé sọ if I die.
The doctor, the professor gave his report. The state council cross-examined him and everybody was silent, like losing hope. And I was jubilating in my mind, in my soul, in my spirit, in my body. And the reason why I'm jubilating was that it was an open window, an open door for us to nullify the autopsy report and set it aside. Right. And go back into the house where the thing happened and fish out the people that committed that atrocity in the house. All right. Because look, if they had come to say that guy died of drug, wallahi, we can't go back to the house again. We won't. Do you agree with me? Yeah, I concur with that. So we can't go back to the house again. If they say the guy died of something else, we don't have any opportunity to go back to the house again. And that's why I quickly in the court tell them that look, we are still missing something out that makes this report incomplete and unacceptable. And it's the fact that the head was not analyzed. Don't be angry, I'm still saying this again. I've said it more than six times in about 1 or 2 platforms. But people don't still see what I'm talking about. And that's why I said, that professor, the head was not analyzed. You talk about the brain, you talk about the score. Exactly. Score. We can only take score as a significant factor. If the person falls down and died, and you discover a crack on the score, you say, oh, this guy fall down, he died. In the brain, when the brain was imbalanced. But if me and you are fighting in the house and I push you to the wall, you hit your head on the rock, on the wall. You lose consciousness, you fell down. From there, you pass on. How do we determine that death? Through autopsy. It is when there is a blood clot on the head. Right. And now the professor came to the court to tell us that they could not find blood
in the body of this boy. So it means that if this guy had died in the course of fighting in the house and somebody hit his head on the wall, the autopsy cannot give us the cause of death. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Now, if Aya assassin comes into that house and they use pillow to seize his breath, and he loses consciousness, from there he passes on. Can biology or medical autopsy or pathology report ascertain the cause of death?
You just say lose breath.
That is my argument in court that made me to say we have victory with that report. And that report has to be set aside. And we have to go back to the house. We have to go back to the police investigation.
Right.
The people that were with that guy 48 hours when the guy died, go and bundle them. Conduct a fresh investigation. And that is where our victory lies. And if you want to conduct a new autopsy, get an expert, go and inspect the body, ascertain what the government is saying, that the body is already decomposing or not. If our private expert confirm to us that the body has decomposed beyond a reasonable result, why do we have to waste time than to go back to the house to go and pick the people that were in the house 48 hours?
Right. Absolutely correct.
Right from the beginning again. Bro, see, this is science, this is engineering. But you know, when you keep, I've said this thing, today we just delved into it better. I just made a preface. Yes, ma'am.
Comrade, sorry, I'd like to pick your brain, yeah? Now, I love the part you've come from. How do we, okay, let's think. How do we preempt what the other party, what will be their defense regarding this inconclusive? We have to drop it aside. Just follow your train of thought. Look at it from the other angle. That's what I'm saying. Go on that.
Yeah. Comrade, let me now come to you now.
Yes, sir.
I am the devil advocate, sir. I'm going to extreme as an opposition. Are you getting my point? So, if they have said that, okay, we are need to come up with any report, and you are saying, oh, you want to go and conduct another one, the first thing that will come to you to say is, why is it that they have to bury that body as soon as they wanted to? Do you get my point? That on which condition do you know that, okay, this is a celeb, and you know that there are some things that are attached to it? Why can't you try as much as possible, even if it is local empowerment that you can do, just for you to get a way of putting it in
the hospital? Go and look at Perez's report. Perez's report said they should take him to the morgue. Yeah. But they took that boy back to the house. Number one, Perez gave them a document to present at the mortuary. They kept that report. When the father took that report and took the body to the police prepared a report. And they said, where is your medical report? The Baba does not have a medical report. Somebody was having medical report in his. Kills them. Look, this thing is science. It kills them completely.
Okay, that's one side. I understand where you are going to. We don't have to go so much. I'll just be asking you a question as a devil advocate. Please, people should
go on, bro.
People should not know me. Okay.
But
so,
you don't answer Danny's question now.
Huh?
Please let him answer Manny's question.
That's the same thing that I'm doing. I'm just being questioning so that we know where to come in. As if an opposition person is asking, or you want to counter this in the court of law, that why do they need private autopsy? You know, that one is a very straightforward thing. So I won't be asking things like that. So now, they have interrogated the people who are inside the house, and they have said everything that they know about it. So don't you think that you are crossing the line of their human right of inviting them back for another interrogation?
If you conduct an investigation and the investigation is not satisfactory, bro, you have
Oh no.
I don't play in the investigation. You can go back and conduct that investigation again. It's a police, it's a criminal issue. In fact, we can conduct that investigation more than 3 times if you wish.
Okay.
Don't forget
Okay.
that by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN Shitu. And the question was that when you got home, did you got home alone or you met some people in the house? What was the question? What was the answer? The guy said they met some people in the house. The Senior Advocate of Nigeria asked him, who are the people you met in the house? The guy could not answer. And he said he was, if you were living in that house and the people you met, the people you are living together in the house and you cannot identify them, what are we talking about? That is why I said they have to go back to police investigation. The people this guy said they met in the house, we have to bring them out.
Correct. That's right. Please, people have started naming me. I know answer to the question I'm asking. Not that I'm just.
Look, everybody have an idea of each question, but it will be good for you to ask the question and answer it yourself.
Yeah, I think Andy is here. Maybe Andy can.
Yes, let's allow people. Today, we should.
Hello, comrade. I have a question to you, Moses or Prince, please.
Okay. I have the two. And answer the question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, no matter wherever you are. Hello, Asukwo.
Go ahead, please. We are with you.
Okay, thank you.
No, I can go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just have a question. This the body have decomposed. The body have decomposed. What's the degree of the decomposition that the pathologists were able to read all the tattoos in the body and be able to get other substance, and yet they can't determine the cause of death? It doesn't make sense to me. Can somebody enlighten me on that? Because if you can read the body have decomposed, obviously the skin will be peeling off. How were they able to read the tattoos?
Okay. Yeah. Let me say this. It is possible they come to us with some fallacy, some answers that we don't want to listen out of. But there are some signs behind body decomposition. In fact, let us forget the side of termites or ants on body decomposition. What they need to do autopsy are things that they are saying, they have decomposed. If you read it, they are maybe major four things that can be used for autopsy. And mostly, I think, is liver lump, something like that. So, and these have to come to even the fluid, the tissue, all the stuff, right? Now, under the ground, sorry for a little bit diverting. Under the ground, body get decomposed fastly, especially because of the heat, the pressure under the ground. All right. They are coming. I may not know the degree at which it has decomposed. Quite all right. Please don't get me wrong. But assuming that it is only the factors that is under the ground, even if termites will come up on a body, it won't be on that same day. It won't be of things of even 3-4 days. But the facts mean that the part of the body that you want to use in doing this autopsy cannot get totally decomposed that you won't be able to see what you will use. And that is, if I'm going to connect this with that we have discussed before, that assuming that this guy get an injury whereby all the blood in his body goes out, all the blood in his body does not remain. No matter what, we can still remember vividly that when they are bringing out the corpse, there are still blood.
Yes.
So it means that some part of the tissue, the fluid, the liver, or the lung that they should use in doing this autopsy, there are some of them that are still good. So I may not be able to talk about the degree at which it has decomposed, but I know one thing: the rate of decomposition of a dead body is much more faster because of the heat and the pressure under the ground. That's my submission.
Okay.
They say
Fertilization.
Yes.
I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a scientist and I'm an engineer by profession. There are parts of the body that are meant for autopsy and pathology and post-mortem test. I stand to be corrected. I have not seen skin as part of what is meant to conduct post-mortem test. That's number one. Number two, to move further in my claim that I'm not an expert in that was the reason why I said in my interaction with Prince that before we can nullify and accept a report, get an expert. Let the experts go and examine items used in conducting the report, the test, and the test itself, and even the body that is remaining in the morgue. And let that expert come back to us to come and confirm. Look, all that, they say the body has decomposed. It's a lie. It's not a lie. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm not saying the government is lying or the government is not lying. My position is, I've already said my own in the court. And my position remains that before we can take our position, let our expert go and first of all examine the body, whether it is truly the body has decomposed beyond reasonable doubt during the test or after the test. Then from there, we'll come back to the round table and put our head together to determine the next line of action, if at all we still want to delve into the autopsy and the pathology report. That's my own take.
Although I understand your point, but if everybody watched and saw when Mohbad was exhumed, although on the surface you cannot tell the internal decomposition.
The extent.
But just looking at the body as the way it doesn't look like the body has been decomposed so badly that no test can be done.
Bro, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We are trying to be realistic here.
Yeah.
We are trying to be scientific here.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why I said all of us saw it in the video, right? You saw it in the video. You were not there when they were exhuming the body.
Yeah.
And I as a professional, I've put in 24 years in engineering. I as a professional, I cannot bounce my thoughts on a roadside people that went with a doctor during the examination and they were giving reports. All these, the body was now as that decomposed during the exhumation. They were reports given by people during the time they were doing the exhumation. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that is why you see me, I go to court every day to go and listen to them, what they are saying, all the way from Abuja. So that somebody will not come and tell me, this is what they say, this is what they didn't say. This is why I went to the cell to go and see those guys that were arrested. And we went to loot to go and find out some information. And we went to the judiciary to go and get some facts. And that's why I'm still standing on a status quo that, look, bro, my brothers and sisters, my beloved brothers and sisters, the best thing for us to do as children whom our father had sent, to the university to go and learn in a very hard condition. Integration and differentiation will not be small task. It's meant for our brain to be hot in every situation. And that's why I'm saying, we guys that are highly intellectual, most of you live in abroad. I live in Europe. I return back home to come and set up my organization. So let us stand up on a four-legged feet to deal with this situation. Not one day I saw. You understand? And I still go back to say, let the professional a professional pathologist, go and help us to actually confirm what this thing they are saying, is it actually true or false, and let him come back to us. Then at that time we'll have a mouth, and then we'll be able to come back on a table and say, look, this is the situation, please. That's my position.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Andy, you want to go ahead and say something, or you want to talk about it? Let's make it interactive.
Okay, thank you, Suko. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just thinking, because when they made mention that the body was being decomposed, you understand me? I tried to speak to a friend of myself who happens to be a doctor. You understand me? And according to her, you understand me, because I'm not a doctor, neither a nurse. That's not my view. What she said to me was, at least it takes 2 to 3 weeks before a body gradually decomposing. And when it starts decomposing, there is a sign of maggots. You understand me? And I can see that last year when Mohbad was exhumed, I think 8 or 9 days after, you understand, there's no signs of maggots. And there's also a first blood, the coffin. You understand me? But I just think that, just like the comrade said, we just need to brainstorm. You understand me? And I think the legal team of Joseph Oloba should be able to take the necessary step right now, because this is what we've been asking for a few weeks, a few months. You understand me? And I will echo majority of you will continue to be clamoring for about 3 months, 4 months, asking for a private autopsy, private toxicology. You understand me? Because like I used to say, it's different area that we are going to get justice for Mohbad. But regarding to this pathology, regarding to this toxicology, it's one of the key areas that I believe that we should be able to affirm. We should be able to affirm the true justice that we are seeking for. Because what they've read last week at the Corona inquest, we have not have our own lawyer or our own legal team to cross-examine the pathology they brought in. You understand me? But what we are doing right now is very good. Just to let them know that we are not sleeping. That is little contribution that I want to make for now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Andy, you said something. You said we're going to get this justice from a different point. You guys, bear with me, I'm driving. You said we're going to get it from a different point. So what is that angle you think that we can get this justice from? It's just interactive. We're picking our brains here.
Yeah,
so go on. And then after that, Council will take over. Speak up for something.
Like I said, this justice for Mohbad will come from different angle. One, the toxicology. That is one for me. Because the toxicology will determine the cause of the death of Mohbad. The autopsy of Mohbad. The paternity of this innocent child. And also some of the witnesses. You understand me? Are we also talking about phone forensics? At least I light 5 just now. You understand me? And let's just leave it for 5 now. If we can have 3 out of that 5, that means we are good to go. We will have the justice. But we should not just channel our energy in one area. Because these people that we are dealing with, they are criminals. You understand me? Because the more we try to uncover the truth from this A, they try to block it. We are trying to uncover the truth from B, they try to block it. But the truth is this, they cannot block everything. That is my own explanation regarding to your question.
Sylvain, you want to talk about that? What do you have to say?
Sorry, please, I have to go now. I'll join back later. All right.
Hello? Andy?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Comrade Murphy, keep the conversation going. Also, Councilman, you want to talk about that? The question is, how do we get justice outside of the current private autopsy? Let's say that is on hold for now, right? While waiting on pathology, how do we begin to dig in to get these people to hands up, to know that time is up for them? How do we get that done? Let's talk about that.
For me, Sha, my point, I've already said it. For me, is in private investigator, because I think for now, if you have any, if you have evidences, it will work. Because right now, even if they want to dribble us, even if they want to bring us fake results or original results or incompetent people, once everybody is seeing evidence, there's no way you can cover that evidence up. If there's something that is before you like this, what else will you say? Do you get me? So even, and I think I like this idea of maybe getting this person to go there to go and check the condition of the body. Even if most of us feel the body has not decomposed and everything, it's still a good idea. But whilst all those ones are going on, let them we can get on with. Private investigator can start work tomorrow, as early as tomorrow. That's justice. So I think that should be the number one option. That should be the number one thing on the table right now. As a, let that one start. Like people are saying that yes, I know that they're supposed to see the crime scene, this and that, but there's no perfect murder. Anybody that used to watch How to Get Away with Murder will understand what I'm saying. If you get the professionals to work on this kind of thing, I'm telling you, there will be some loopholes. There will be things that they will see even in that house. So it's also, I know that yes, we've made a lot of mistakes and everything as drag ball. The next best time is now. So like for me, I feel the first thing they should be looking at right now is a private investigator. Even if police doesn't want to work, ETC doesn't want to work, once they get it and they give it to them, what else will they say? And now yes, if they don't want to work with it, they put it everywhere. And everybody will know that okay, they're trying to sabotage this thing. These are the evidences. What else do they have? Okay, look at PDD this thing, for example. They saw a CCTV camera footage and they posted it everywhere. All of us can see it now. So that's just my own. I feel like that private investigator should be the next lineup. I don't know why they didn't start this thing since so, but at least right now, I think that should be. We need evidence. Evidences. The ones that people cannot wriggle their way out of it. The ones that are too glaring. Because right now, if anyone that wants to eat with devil, this pool must be very, very long. So
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mommy Aniki Shaya, do you want to contribute? Do you want to take on from that? Okay, Kunle, can you just hold on? Mommy Aniki Shaya, do you want to take on from that?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever we are hearing. And thank you. I just joined now, but I know I met about a way forward concerning this justice for Mohbad. I just want to know my opinion. I don't know if this is going to go well with people. Like, we are looking for the way forward. Do we know the stand? I want to ask, it's a question I want to ask though. What is our stand with Brekete? One, because he promised us about if this case is still on, that's going to help us in in pathology, toxicology, something like that. Since we are saying that the way to get the justice now is through this toxicology, pathology, and something and so on like that. But me, I don't know how far and how true is it that even right now, Mohbad body is in dry embalmment, and in dry embalmment, is it still okay that we can get this the right result through this body, even if government release this body to us, because they know that people are not joking. We are looking for different ways to get them, because they are trying to be smart. We want to get them in all ways. Are they going to, allow people even to release this body to go for this examination that we are talking about? And even way forward, to me that I know for now is if they can do the phone forensic is still part of it, and the DNA part of it. If it's going to be certain that if it's going to be done, we have a few more days. Like I was telling Paparano yesterday night, to say if we look at it, how many days have gone now? After the inquest, before we know it, 26 is going to be here. How do we go? How do we have some things on ground? How do we present something on the table to be able to fight this battle between now and 26? What can we do? to be able to say, to stand on our ground. And we were talking about body decomposition. I met that one the other time when the comrade was saying something about decomposition, that we don't know the level of the decomposition. As we are looking at it, when they brought him out, we don't know the level of decomposition. We know the body decay gradually. It's a gradual process. It's not going to be a fast one, the way we are looking at it. But at least if the body starts swelling up, some of the internal organ is already getting infected. That is part of it. Now, they told us that it was after 9 days Mohbad was exhumed. According to their own reports and what they read up, they said, I think the pathologist made us to know that it was after 12 days they got Mohbad. So within that 3 days, 9 and 12, where did the government kept Mohbad? Where did they put his body? So that we don't know that level of decomposition they were talking about. It might be, maybe it was not in a safe place before the body can go to the doctor. We don't know what happened. So
Anikisha, just to pick your brain because it's interactive. I might ask you questions. Anybody can ask questions as you're making your submission. Do you not smell foul play? And is this not why we're thinking that story of decomposition is some false made-up story? That's why it's botched?
That is what I'm saying. That they said the doctor, I think they handed Mohbad's body to them on the 12th. According to them, they said they received it on the 12th, but it was exhumed on the 9th. So between that 3 days, there's a foul play. Where did they take the body to, and how did they preserve the body before they can tell us that there's a decomposition, and what level of decomposition it was in the body when they got it? So there's a foul play.
Hold on there. Hold your thoughts there. Comrade, you have the opinion that, you think we should not focus on that. Now, hearing what Mommy Mo has said, what's your thoughts on this area? Just that, and then she'll continue. What do you have to say concerning... Because she just brought up a key point here. Hold on. She just brought out a key point here of the fact that he was exhumed 9 days after. Please, anybody in the comment section, kindly check the exact date. I think it was the 21st or 22nd they exhumed that body, which will fall around 9-10 days. So there's definitely a discrepancy. So, comrade, what is your thoughts on that? And I'm coming to you because of the fact that you think, keep that area for now, focus on it. So talk about it. It's interactive. And then Mommy Anikisha will continue. Go on.
Okay, thank you very much, Auntie Han. And Mommy Aniki, thank you very much. I think my position on that is that you have pointed out something in your submission now. And you said, where did they keep the body between the time they exhumed the body and the time they handed it over to the medical personnel? And that boils down to the fact that we have to get an expert to go and do that trace. I cannot enter loot. I can enter loot, but unofficial. But someone that can enter loot officially to get to us where the body was kept within that period, number one. So number two, I have said it again before, and I will still say it again, that before we can embark on a new autopsy, experts must do a verification and come back to us with a comprehensive report. Then we'll sit on the comprehensive report and take a decision. Number three, you made mention of Brekete coming into the case and whatever. Well, for my own opinion, I think we have not gotten a direction yet. And when we get a direction, then whatever Brekete has promised, then we can now launch into challenging him that, okay, we have gotten a direction. This is what we want to do. This is our game. This is our goals. This is our aim and objective. This is our... and then we can now reach back to him and say, okay, look, Oga, you made a promise. This is where we are, and this is where we are going, and we want you to come in now. That is my own opinion, because everybody is mentioning Berekete. Berekete is not a court, it's not a police, it's not a lawyer, it's not a... You understand? He has his own professionalism, and the way he does his work.
Okay, comrade, let's not digress. Comrade, let's not digress. Let's leave the bracket a bit. You've answered the question that they have to, get a private pathologist to go and verify the corpse and all of that. Now, talking about that, there is something about we heard that they affidavit that gives the pathology the right to assess that body has not been approved. So in light of that, that means this is going to be stalled. True or false?
Auntie, did you get your information from right hand? Is it right hand information? Sometimes our people tell us some things that they have not done just to convince us. So we heard it from Muiwa, so you're right. The legal team has not confirmed that. So we don't know on that. You're right. Continue. Okay, I've been with Muiwa for a long time, and we have to part way because of his straightforwardness, attitude, character, and manners. So I love you so much, Auntie Anne, and I would not want you to rely on anything Muiwa have told you. Tomorrow he can come back to come and say something. So for me, I will implore and indulge us that people like Legacy can do that confirmation and come back to tell us that, okay, they've done the confirmation about application for a private expert to go and examine the body has not been accepted. Then we'll know what to do.
Okay, that's fine. Mommy, Anikishaya, continue.
Okay, I guess I've already asked the question I wanted to ask. I want to know our stand